So, of course, we will see Cal the Goat on pole with that 108.7, followed by Marincello just 3/10 down. Or not 3/10, apologies, 300s down. Of course, it's shaping up to be a good battle here at the front as both of these drivers can keep it clean. Almost half a second later, we got Max Pena, Emerald Jackson P4, Clean Shelby in P5, Shappy, Lil Taquito, Cappy, Exia, Cypro to round out the top 10. And then Javier Brancho, Moro Almarza, Caganis, and Mex Senna to finish out the rest of these guys.
Exactly. And Exo, well, after obviously joining us in the commentary box early, slapping on his overalls, it's going to let overcast as well, too. They're going to be loading in now.
Yeah, is there a little bit of weather on that track?
Yeah, Zandvoort does have one of those tracks as well where it can obviously being on the coastline of the Netherlands. It is one of those tracks where you can get that little coastal weather conditions that come in there. It's not like Melbourne as well, like 4 seasons in one Melbourne is. Could be beautifully hot. Could be hailing.
I feel like you would have a little more experience with Melbourne than I would.
It is. Melbourne is literally the season of the city of four seasons in one, because it's you can get an Arctic breeze come up, so you need to put basically a couple of layers, a couple of snow jackets even, and by the afternoon you could be down to your flip flops and board shorts because you could be stinking hot. So that is what Melbourne's like. Let's worry about that because it's Sandoval here right now. Formation lap is on. Sometimes it's a little scary. Sometimes it is scary, isn't it? Because you get caught off guard when somebody forgets to slap that formation on when they're setting up lobbies. I've had that problem before in the past, but nothing the Breakout League racing guys need to worry about because they've handled that one. 14 drivers are going to be loaded here underway this is race 4 of the season. You heard there before. If you didn't, you can slap that. Go back there at the start of the stream there. You can hear from Exa as he explained the whole Breakout Racing season and how you can join, how you can follow, and how you can be a part of this great racing community.
Yeah, and going back to your description of Australia, or Melbourne rather, around where I live during the spring and fall is almost exactly that. You can wake up in the morning, it's a cold. Oh, we actually have the Ferrari spinning out of the formation line.
Speaking of cold, isn't it? Cold tires on those Ferrari for
cold
sure.
Tires, yeah. Yeah, waking up in the morning, you can be almost full winter gear, and by 3 in the afternoon, you're shedding down to a t-shirt and shorts. It seems like it, and I definitely don't dread those seasons, but definitely hot here in the summers, cold in the winters.
It'll be hot in the race cars, won't it, at the moment? Even though it's not really hot in the race cars, if it was the real world. But you know for a fact there, Bellsy, you're behind those wheels, and a lot of these drivers obviously have those force feedback wheels. You're sweating like a goat. Absolutely sweating like a goat.
Oh, of course, sometimes. And obviously, depending on how you have your thermostat set, stuff like that. These cars do get hot. And even all the machinery that goes with the cars, they get hot. And before you know it, if you start the race in a sweatshirt or something like that.
Yep, and for those out there as well, and obviously mums and dads and things like that think you could just pause the game and come back to it. You can't pause the game because what you can't do right now is pause those 5 laps because we are going, the 5 laps we're going to be underway here for race 4. And Exa having a great, actually that's not Exa at the moment, where is that? The McLaren driver making a huge, great launch there. That's Cal the Gate. That's the reason why that man is leading this championship at the moment. Who else? There's a bit of a spinner behind there. That's a huge spin actually. That was a ridiculous amount of spins there. That will cause a safety car. The timing glitches are there at the moment. That's not Exa leading this race. It is actually Cal the Goat there from the Ferrari of Moncello. So that is your P1, P2. Looks like Jax is running in P3 in the Alpha Tauri. And safety car has been deployed. That was for the spinner of Cypher, I believe that was in P14. So he is done and dusted out of the session, and that's the Williams. So early safety car. That was a crazy collision, wasn't it, at the start? He just spun a lot. You guys can make us aware of what happened there.
Yeah, definitely a quick safety car. I'm not sure if any of these guys will pit. Obviously, being this early, I guess if you got damage or something, obviously pit and fix that wing. But being the lap 1 safety car, you really don't need to pit, and we should be able to get the safety car done and dusted with fairly quickly.
It should be, because they're bunched up at the moment. They're all currently running in Sector 3. Now, biggest losers and gainers so quickly. We didn't have many corners really to decipher that. Jaxie up 1. Petter's losing 1, so that's a switcheroo between P3 and P4. And then looks like Kangas gaining 3 positions as well. And Max Senna is boxing. Must have noticed some damage there for the Red Bull driver running in P13. Let's check out Max. Is there a front wing change? Yes, there is.
A wing change.
So what tyres really go on? Hards, it looks like, to run to the end of the race. Actually, it's on mediums. My apologies.
Mediums. He actually started on hard, so kind of blundered his strategy right away. It's unfortunate.
It's early, but it's very early. So we can be many more safety cars to come, or virtual safety cars, other strategies at play. And if you're running a P13, well, we only have a couple more positions to gain some crucial points here. Any point counts.
And I do believe that you can stretch 2 medium stints here, so depending on how many tires he has left and what he qualified with, then I believe he can run out another pair of mediums there at the end.
There you have it. And also, Belzy, how long do you think these soft runners, now you can see at the moment they're on the screen there, the top 9 are running on the softs?
I believe it's a soft hard strategy here. I think hit 12, 13, I believe. I'm remembering right. It's been quite a few months since I thought about sandboard in league sense. So. Yeah, that stuff kind of goes out of my mind.
When's the last time you have driven a league race in Zandvoort?
Oh dear. Probably back in November.
Interesting. All right.
So quite a few months ago.
So unfortunately, I've lost my telemetry for the race map, but that doesn't matter. I still have the telemetry where it counts as the live racing table, and I still have the race control session there, so I can get to see what people are doing for their pit stop strategies and so forth. Around here, it's looking like a 14-second pit stop. Now, that would be your average time. It's a very, very quick pit stop. It's an 80-kilometer-hour pit stop speed limit. So if you have to nurse a front wing change, you're looking at about 20 seconds for a pit stop. So you can see the interval times between those. And Maruo. Sorry, apologies if we mess your names up. We do it anyway.
Marza.
Yeah, we will. So safety cars called in this lap. Drivers are now approaching into the third sector of this race. Cal the Goat will be your man, being the essential safety car. Look out for the Ferrari driver behind him on Marcello and Jax. So here we go. Green flag conditions here for an actual... Yeah.
It didn't seem to back the field up a whole lot, so I think on the exit of this turn is when we'll start going here, and it looks like that is the case.
It's green flag, mate. It's green flag. Let's see if Cal the Goat can hook up that first couple of corners and keep that Ferrari behind him. He does. So far, so good through this banking corner here. A little bit of a challenge going on behind the scenes there. It looks like Shappy at the moment in P6 putting a bit of a mount there. That's the Haas driver. A little bit of a squabble behind.
A gap, 9/10 now. Well, fluctuating there, but can he keep it in DRS though, or DRS? One that does come out as we are enabling DRS at the next lap.
Yeah, Marcello falling out of that DRS crucial zone that you were mentioning there as before. It's because you want to keep within 1 second the DRS activation. So Cal the Goat knows it. Marcello knows he's going to push on with it. It looks like Clean Shelby, he had everybody tucked up behind him at the moment. And Clean Shelby's now making some pace there on P3 of Max Penner. As it looks like Shappy's made a huge error, and that means that little Tequila Cup ready to Kiloto, making a pounce there on the Haas driver. That you should have the quicker compound tire, and let's go up to Clean Shelby because he's getting very, very close in the back of Max Penner now. This is a battle for P3.
Let's see what he can do coming into this fast speed section here. Shelby's actually, he's fallen to 6% ERS, so definitely kind of low there. His Pena is also equally low, so both these guys essentially just using their engines for their power.
The Red Bull driver, he's just basically following that Mercedes. Just trying to think of where he's going to do it. As a driver at the moment as well, you can see a little bit of a lock-up from both drivers coming in through there because those tyres are starting to struggle a little bit in grip. So, following a driver, Belzy, is it hard? Does it throw you off in your racing line? And you also try to calculate where is that driver ahead of you making mistakes and where can you try to pounce. And Max Kingston, well, he doesn't worry about that right now because Max is boxing.
Yep, Max into the pits, and there was another car that followed him in. I believe it was Little Taquito. Following cars, for me, isn't.
Entendido, paramos en esta vuelta.
The better exit is they're side by side still. Looks like Exia pulls out in front for the next series of turns.
To me,
Exia goes off
yes,
the track?
he does go off the track. He's completely going off the track, and he's in big trouble at the moment. Let's have a look where he is. That's P6, and he's stopped completely on the track now, and is wondering.
Wait for these cars to pass so we can come back on the track cleanly.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? When you spin, when you're in a very high position in the race, and somebody's bunched up behind you, you've got a lot of positions to wait for. He's got no damage, but that's one thing you can take away from that situation, at least.
Didn't really look like it. Obviously, he protected the inside, but when you have that DRS, and I'm assuming he used overtake as Caligote used overtake, that DRS can help out a lot. So as we actually have a VSC.
We lost Javier. Javier's actually going to be in Sector 2 at the moment. Was the car still stopped on track at the moment?
He did bring that delta down to 0.3 at one point, trying to put that pressure on to force Cal into a mistake.
Exactly. The battle still occurs between Mix, Clean Shelby, and Jax. I don't know how Jax has managed to find the traction out of those tires. But he is just doing the absolute best that he can in the Honda-powered AlphaTauri against the Honda-powered Red Bull.
Really pushing that car. He's getting scored me on a few of these exits, so he's obviously trying to get the power down early and get the better exit than Shelby.
See the twitch of the steering wheel coming out of the corner as well. Just probably trying to believe in those tires, those 23 lap hards are a little bit more tracking than what he would like, but they're not. DRS ran here. Now you're going to see the Alpha Parrot Honda on the 17 km/h slipstream here, but he's going to be a little bit too far back. You can see him twitching the steering wheel, trying to give everything he can out of there. Clean Shelby putting his car in all the right places. Twitches all around there from Jax, really on the bubble of those tires. Trying to force.
Actually, we do have another battle shaping up for P3. So half of this race, it seemed like as everybody settled down, battles were prominent, but starting to creep back in. And as well, Jax appears to get the move done on Clean Shelby. So Jax into P8.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? Jax, I don't know, he needs to give that memo to his to the little tequila up and running at P3 that, hey mate, I can get the job done on older tires, and I have 6-lap older tires than what the Williams powered driver does running at P3. So wow. Where's Jax finding the grip out of those hard tires? Amazing.
And obviously, I think that battle is going to keep taking place for the remainder of this race. As Shelby has 7-lap newer tires, rather.
Let's go on board with the P6 at the moment of Capri. He has those fresh tires. Only a couple more corners to go. Is he going to make this 4 from 4, is it? Or 5 from 5? I don't even know what it is. But this man is dominating this league. This man's going to dominate another race. He's going to cross across the Dutch Grand Prix. Cal the Goat wins. And not only wins, but wins in absolute style and brilliance. Nothing can unstop this guy. Even mounting the prancing pony behind him. Trying to give everything he possibly can in the Ferrari. Really pushing like crazy. The only consolation prize the Ferrari driver will get will be the fastest lap, but he will not get that race victory. That McLaren driver is just a man in a machine. He's a glitch in the matrix even. Who can stop him? Actually, everybody's tried. Everybody has failed so far. Max Payne's going to cross the line here. He's going to finish in P5, no doubt, with nursing no penalties. Capri going to be close there in P6 there. The other McLaren driver, good day for McLaren points in the constructors there. Scappy will get him last minute of those penalties. Jack's a lot further down the field there as well. 13 seconds on 30 lap hards. He's celebrating as he's make those tires go a long way here. Clean Shelby dropping back a little bit there. Still finishing in the points. Points are good for any of the drivers. That'll be your race.